Welcome everyone to the Hybrid Major Glitches tournament. It's Bread-kun versus Gammachuu, and we are playing HMG. Our runners will get started in just a few seconds.
This is game 3 in the winner's bracket.
Hello Malmo, I'm Chex Human, and I'm doing this backwards, but here our runners are off.
We have a cane and a sword. Very exciting. It's kind of a funny place to pause the sync. It's the fade out to the map screen.
That's beautiful.
I thought I'd broken something. I didn't even know there was a fade out. Now I'll notice it.
Yeah. And there are crystals in every Light World dungeon.
Oh no, I was so distracted by the fade out, I didn't even look at what the map said.
Yep.
So we have Mr. Bio tracking for us. Ooh, a mirror. Ooh, I love an early mirror and an HMG seed. Why is that, Chex?
Because the mirror opens up the dark world.
Because the mirror lets you skip a Sphere 1 Moon Pearl for 30 minutes. Because you have things you can do with the mirror that are more fun.
That's true. So it is interesting that it's at Sahasrala's hideout. Not hideout, but closet, let's say. Because it's not guaranteed that Gamma will go there early.
Yeah, that's it's also not like he might want to have a mirror to do it from Pod and Eastern.
Yeah.
But he'll get there eventually, I'm sure. And maybe he'll just find the pearl and the mirror won't matter. Mirror is not really required for very much once you have a pearl. And even when you don't have a pearl, you can sequence break the mirror for a lot of the things that are expected.
Yeah.
Ooh, a hammer. Some good items in the early game.
Yeah, so this is an early Death Mountain play for Gamma, and Hammer is on Spectacle Rock top. Oh, we got one red rupee from the bushes from
the Moon Pearl.
Red.
There it is.
Oh, that's the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, it's in the Spectacle Rock cave. So Gamma's gonna get the Moon Pearl now, and then he's going to have to leave and rescue the old man.
Yeah, how do you feel about that, Malmo?
I think you should rescue the old man first, because you're going to be back here at some point. Maybe even go to Pod. Because now...
Listen, Gamma will do a manual Kiki skip with 0 bombs and go straight to Pod here.
Gamma's going to get lottoed by a Moldorm here and get a Kiki skip for free. Has that ever happened to anybody in this cave? Because it seems like something that could happen.
It does seem like it. But...
nice dance.
Nice.
That was a good dance. You don't want to die before hitting the old man.
Yeah, it's... Okay. I mean, it's crazy 3 minutes into a seed, and there's already, a difference between the progression that the runners have. So... but that's just simply Link's house to Sahas run that Brad did to start.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Gamma's not going to miss the sword for too long.
Yeah.
There was that one race we had where Tam runs past an unopened Link's house chest while in go mode.
Mm-hmm. I got to Link's house around the 45-minute mark yesterday. So.
Wait, really? I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Saying starters are so weird. Also seems like everybody lumberjack DMAs now.
Yeah.
Am I missing something? Is it really good? Is it faster?
What I used to do is I went to Bonk Rocks first, then lumberjack, then the Lost Woods, and then DMA. That actually loses a minute.
Wait, really?
Yeah. That's timed with the whole Old Man Rescue as well.
Wait, it's a minute slower to do what I do?
Yeah,
And
I think
nobody's
so.
told me this?
Well, maybe it's 20 seconds. I don't know exactly.
That's pretty significant. I mean, not to say that it's not viable to do that way. It's just that there are reasons you can lose a lot of time by dying and having to rescue the old man again, which is something a lot of people will do.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start doing it. I don't know.
Yeah, I would recommend it. I timed it enough to know that I wanted to switch to it immediately because it lost so many seconds, but not enough to report accurately on commentary.
Okay, that was very worrying for Bread. I think Bread could have actually clipped around the dead rock.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know though.
You can clip into those like north slopes, right?
Can you? Like 8 pixels or something? I don't know how much.
I don't think Bread needed 8 pixels. I think he only needed like 2.
I don't know if you can clip into them.
Yeah, if you can't clip it all, then sure. Huh. Saying no to Houlihan. He has 190 rupees. I thought maybe he had 500 and I didn't notice. Maybe he plans to Houlihan into the escape. Maybe this is a mirror offset. I think that's actually what this is. Although he would have done... I think he would have done the, Oh, of course, they both have the Moon Pearl. And Gammachuu's in Kakariko Village, showing that there's still stuff to find in the light world. Ooh. We have pendants.
What's in Pod are pendants.
And Meyer.
And Meyer's green.
Maybe this will be the game where we get the Meyer green pendant steal.
Yes. That'll be great.
Is Bread-kun the type to attempt a Trinex hover?
I'm not sure.
Probably not, right?
You can clip like 8 pixels into the wall.
Okay. You have the practice hack out right now?
Yeah.
Nice. Live fact checking. Only on SpeedGaming 4.
Oh, we already have powder. Okay, so nothing was at Magic Pad. What's this Dark World route for Bread? He hasn't gone to Hype Cave yet though, has he?
I'm not sure. Maybe he will double back and do it and then do like Pyramid into Hammer Pegs. Seems like a good way to chain these together. This is a really good item set for chaining things together. It would almost be like too good to have the flute, and you wouldn't have the incentive to chain things together like this, so I'm kind of glad they don't. Even though I like the flute. There's a lot of red rupees in Mini Moldorm Cave.
Creativity through constraints. You don't need the flute to get everywhere.
Yes. I think a few well-placed blue potions can be way more interesting than a flute.
Yeah.
Fire rod in this place, the Hype Cave.
Okay.
Oh, I love there's a lot of rupee potting for Gamma. What's he looking for?
Huh. Yeah, so Bread-kun started with a Death Mountain super drop, right? Or how did he get here?
Oh, I saw him this mirror screen wrapping. Like I thought he was doing an offset portal, and then I realized he had the pearl, and you don't usually do it when you have the pearl. So yeah, he did super jump into swamp area, fixed his camera and did the dam, and then did mini Moldorm cave, and then went Hype cave.
It's pretty strong to find Fire Rod right away in the Dark World.
Yeah, it's their first fire source. And it means that Bread can do, I was going to say Skull Woods, but dependent.
Oh, yeah.
It's still strong, but it's like, now it's like maybe GT is a little better because you can do all of it if you really wanted to. Probably shouldn't go there yet, though.
Yeah, the Dark World routing is strange when you start from the south because you're gonna split it up sort of in two parts. So it's kind of curious if Bread will gain an advantage from that.
That's why I thought Bread was going to do Pyramid into Hammer Pegs, because that does all of the Dark World except Skull Woods, and Skull's a pendant. I don't know if anyone's ever timed like south to north versus north to south, but south to north always feels really slow to me because you have to do Mire area, and then you have to, if you want to do north, you have to like leave Mire area on the Stumpy screen and then go back to this screen and then clip up. Gamma finds a sword in Agino's cave.
Yeah, and Bread-kun might be going there right now. And where was Mirror? Mirror was at Sahasrala's closet. So it might be a while before Gamma gets that. But like you said, the mirror might not be required in this seed. Or
it's already like
useful.
almost completely dead. It's just a really nice item to have for routing and maybe for getting into Ice Palace later on.
Yeah.
I think did I see one item and one small key in Hera?
I'm not sure.
I definitely saw a small key, which means that the Hera climb is currently unknown, whether it's in logic or not, because it could be just a fire-locked big key, and it could be you're supposed to take the big key out of Mire and unlock the door.
What was the medallion?
Good question. It's none of our business, apparently. It's a pendant. We don't want to know.
I looked at the replay and still didn't see it.
Is it they were just a little off screen, or did Bread-kun actually just not care?
I'm not. I hope Bread-kun doesn't care. That would be funnier.
I think it would be really funny if you just say Mire pendant's not my or Mire medallion's none of my business.
Yeah.
Especially if Swamp is also a pendant. For this seed, I would at least want to know if Swamp's in logic before I do anything else. Like before okay, we got a tracker intel here. We got Bombos apparently.
Okay.
Maybe we were looking at Bread's tracker.
Okay, so without the use of the gloves, Bread can go into the back of Desert and continue the route because he can just use the mirror portal. So that's pretty convenient. If a little bit, slow.
Gamma gets another bow. This is
Nice.
just a super stacked area. Are we? Is it time to start talking about the items we need for Go mode?
Yes.
Because it's starting to look like it's just the Ice Rod and like the Swamp Palace items and the glove.
Well, I would say we probably need flippers.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean by the Swamp Palace items, like flippers and hookshot.
Oh, you said that. Okay. Yeah.
Words are hard.
Yeah, so...
Ooh. Oh, we have Bombos. Internal Rock is Bombos.
Oh, that's so weird. Gamma opening Turtle Rock. Not only is that unusual, but also opening Turtle Rock at 14 minutes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think it's good because Scudge Woods is a thing, and being able to exit Turtle Rock and then do Skull Woods after is very powerful if you're brave enough.
Yeah.
He also doesn't... it's funny, he did this before knowing what his pendants and crystals were, so he probably thought Scudge Woods was actually going to be a thing that he would do in this seed, and it's probably not going to be a thing. Unless it gets really bad. It could also be like Turtle Rock into Catfish, especially if you did Hookshot Cave into Mimic Cave, Orphaning Catfish. Having a way to get back to Catfish can be good. Sometimes you gotta set yourself up for success later on. Okay, Bread's finally making his way up to village of Kakariko, where he will get his first bow and whatever else is here. He can do all of village before needing any of the things that are in Cat.
Gamma is going into T-Rock. Okay.
Getting the big key here is nice.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a mirror, though, to leave Turtle Rock and stay in the Dark World, so he might just have to walk out, and that's kind of awkward. I guess it's a little less awkward when you don't have the Fire Rod. And he's very lucky that the big key wasn't in the Firelock chest, because that would have doubled the number of trips he'd have to take into this specific room.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah, I don't think it's a thing I would have done, but like it worked out for him, so I can't fault it too much.
Not at all. Gamma picks up the 5. Okay. Well, he's kind of deciding what to do.
Gamma's is he gonna pay Kiki? No, it's a pendant. Where's he going then?
Pyramid.
Or Eastern Palace. Oh, he has to clip around the rock. This Zora is super annoying. Yeah. And the Zora is on both sides. So if you try to clip on the other screen, you still get a Zora.
I think the fastest place to jump from would probably be from the right side of the heavy rock. Gives you a nice jump to below the shop.
Oh, do you get one of those long jumps when you do it on a diagonal?
Yeah, it should be, if I remember correctly. I'm just thinking of the light world where you use that route in all dungeons.
Oh yeah, of course. I was like, what are you talking about? It's the route of all dungeons that I don't do, so I didn't know what you were talking about. But it's the world record route, so it is the official route.
Yeah. And we're going to see Gamma use a Tam Swam to get into the pyramid. For some reason, his setup isn't working correctly. I'm not really sure why.
That looks better.
It doesn't look good.
Okay.
We saw a little bit too much acceleration, and when you see a fast acceleration, so that looks good. That's a slow acceleration. When it's fast, it's kind of not gonna work. Oh, the bow is at Sick Kid. I didn't even know that.
I didn't notice that either, but Gamma has both bows, so I think there was just also a bottle in CAC.
Yeah.
So you find it right away. We're to the point where you're tracking the bow first because it's more important, and then you track the bottle later. If you're like tracking on Firefox, and it takes 10 seconds to track an item, you got to prioritize your tracks carefully. Bread-kun finds flippers. Ooh, we get to talk about Go mode again, because now it's just Hookshot and Glove and Ice Rod. I say just Ice Rod, like it's not going to be a problem. Well, we know where both swords are.
Oh,
Did Bread just not do a Genis Cave?
Oh, because yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
We expected Bread to have a sword by now, but apparently not.
Yeah, just because it's a Gina, I think some runners might skip it.
It is slow to get out of, and especially if Bread had plans after this. I think, I don't know. I think maybe maybe when you're doing that Dark World route, that you just end your route there.
Yeah.
You go into Agina's cave and save and quit, and then you do the rest of the Dark World from another direction.
Right, but again, Bread can't really do the rest of the Dark World from another direction because it's split east and west.
What do you mean? You just go from the mountain. You save and quit to the mountain, and you DMD.
Right, but I mean, the rest of the Dark World is the entire loop.
It's Village of
Right.
Outcasts and Hammerpegs.
But Bread hasn't been to the pyramid or Catfish.
Oh, right. Bread didn't do the pyramid. I don't think Catfish is part of the mountain. Doesn't count.
Fair.
But yeah, Bread-kun did make it hard to get to pyramid, but it's still hard for Bread to get to pyramid. That's not part of this loop. In fact, Bread's access to pyramid is probably climbing Gan's tower, because if he can hover, he can climb GT and land on the pyramid.
Yeah.
The mirror was in Sahasrarla's closet. Gamma was pretty close to it too, but of course you'd have to have the mirror to get to it from there. You couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he has a bow and Eastern's a crystal. He'll get the mirror. He's not going to want to go to Pod because it's dependent, so he'll go to Eastern first, get the mirror, and then at that point probably not even need it anymore, except maybe as a way to get into Ice later on. Do what Gamma's Dark World route is. I missed how he got here, but I'm pretty sure he did a similar, like, south to north route.
Like Gamma maybe joining Bread in Thieves Town briefly. No, Gamma does the thing where you open Thieves Town and then you go do something else.
But why? He has everything he needs. Maybe he doesn't want to forget.
I think that's just... It's just a dash line that he prefers. I don't know if it's fast or anything. I love the fanfares of Thousand Year Door.
Yeah, they're very good. I like that the second part of the fanfare is the Crystal Rising, which is actually a different track than the fanfare track. But it sounds pretty smooth. It was definitely timed to work out in the race ROM, at least. I recommend not using the 1000-Year Door pack in No Logic. Because the Cave State track is very good, and it's like a 3-minute track. And I'm sure the MSU creator is like, who's going to spend more than 2 minutes in a cave? The answer is No Logic players. And at the end of the 3-minute track, it like loops 2 seconds.
But why? Shouldn't that be corrected, or is it correct?
I don't know. It's not my MSU pack. And it's very reasonable to make a pack assuming that nobody's going to spend more than 2 minutes in a cave. That's an us problem. Some tracks don't loop very well, trying to go from the beginning because they have like opening phrases.
What's next for Bread?
I don't think Bread has done any of East Death Mountain yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That will be where silvers are.
Bread might do a hookshot hover, which Gamma did not do. In fact, I'm not even sure Gamma did a hookshot bonk chest.
Right. And that would make sense because it's just so slow.
I don't like doing hookshot bonk chest when I don't have a glove. I will also skip that.
Yeah.
Oh, Bread's
Nice
going to
teleport setup.
Bread's going to pod.
Yeah.
I guess okay, so I think Bread is doing this because Eastern is here. But also pod has a ton of items in it, and it is efficient to do pod and Eastern together with the mirror, even if one of them's a pendant.
Yeah. It's a pendant dungeon. Now, if we can skip right side, it's quite nice. But there's still a lot of setup and hunting keys to start.
It surprises me that nobody's been to Eastern yet, given how early the bows were.
Yeah.
But Gamma's been on this Dark World route for a million years and has, I don't know, just always had something else to do. Bread has not had the bow as long, I think. No, they both had the bow for a long time. But Bread got the bow on this Dark World loop. Yeah, that's what's happening. Bread didn't get the bow until Village of Outcasts.
Right. Meanwhile, Gamma is shooting arrows into blind. That must be part of his script.
I have seen Gamma do that before. I think it's very fun.
Okay. I didn't see bridge chests from Bread. I'm not sure if he goes for the HMG route then.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. It looks like we're going for a more traditional no glitches route.
Mm-hmm.
Gamma is also, I think, doing more of the Dark World than Bread did.
Yeah.
I don't know if we saw Bumper Ledge. It's a green potion. It's just not no logic, so it's not really necessary to pick that up. Could be good for like cold steer later, but I think Gamma's just thinking it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Gamma does want to end the route in Hammer Pegs because getting out of here is hard.
Okay.
You can get out with a swim clip, but as we saw earlier, Gamma was struggling a little bit with those. And even if you don't struggle, it's still really slow. That might be the reason why Bread didn't do a pyramid into Hammer Pegs route, is because the way out of Hammer Pegs is not very... It's possible, it's just slow. Kind of tricky. Getting one bomb.
Yeah.
I'm just fluffing Gamma.
Yeah, it's sort of like...
Oh, Gamma, please. You almost forgot.
Yes, there it is.
Nice. I love it. The Gamma doesn't even know he skipped that.
28-minute sword. Okay, so this is good. Gamma will probably be getting... Oh, hookshot's here.
Impendent pod,
Nice.
yikes.
That's
disgusting. And Gamma, of course, going here without the mirror, we'll find the mirror here, but then we won't have that mirror pod into Eastern that Bread can do, so we'll have less incentive to go into pod.
You can't mirror to the Dark World.
No. Well, not from the Light World.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Gamma, that was Gamma's first Link's House save and quit, but he also almost ran past the chest.
Yeah, so I like that Bread-kun came to a dungeon that he can full clear. I am a little surprised, just because it's a pendant dungeon, but like you said, he can just mirror to a crystal dungeon, Eastern.
I think it's a good play for him.
Mm-hmm.
I also think it's a very solid play for Gamma to never go to pod, and it's gonna hurt. but sometimes that's just how it goes. If Gamma's lucky, he'll run out of stuff to do, but given how generous the seed has been with other items, it might be a little bit longer before Gamma decides Pendant Pot is the right play. He has... What does he have? He has, like... He could do Ice Palace out of Logic. Oh, no, he doesn't have a glove. Maybe he has... I think Turtle Rock is probably his best thing. He has everything he needs except Trinex weapon. So, you know, Trinex is so fast to get to in HMG. And then he has a whole bunch of GT to do, but the hook shot is usually logically locking a lot of it. So he could go there and find stuff that's behind the hookshot and learn where the hookshot is by extension if he does find something there. Like if he finds a glove in Stalfos room GT, or really like any part of GT that's not Hope room and Torch, he can know not to follow the glove, which is a lot of stuff. It's the Olive Ice Palace. It's often a good portion of the escape is glove locked as well.
I would be inclined to go to Meyer before going to Pod and Gamma's shoes, just because Meyer has a lot of chances of having an item, and is the start of the Mega Dungeon Meyer Hera Swamp.
Yeah, this is true. It's also in logic to do everything in Meyer and Swamp, except for the stuff that's directly behind Hookshot and Swamp. And anything that's behind the lamp in Meyer. So if there's a key on Vitreous, then at least the lamp is locking. The lamp is usually locking Swamp anyway, but with the mirror, it's actually not.
I like Gammachoo's silver setup for Armos Knights, starting from the top left. It's sort of a mirror image of starting from the bottom right, but it looks faster, and you don't have to wait for an item to appear.
Oh, that's interesting.
Man, the hammer dash into Sahas surprises me every time, but I see it often enough that it's pretty much a standard play.
It's a Saha starter. I don't usually get the opportunity to think about that.
Yeah.
You have to have a sword and a hammer.
Oh yeah.
Gamma has not done the dam yet, so I guess we'll be doing this. I don't remember anything good being here. I remember a whole bunch of red rupees in the mini Moldorm cave, and I guess the half magic is nice.
Okay.
Man, I think actually, I don't think Gamma should be doing this now necessarily, but like it would have been really cool to do Meyer into Swamp Unlock and then walk out of Swamp and do Dam into Mini Moldorm Cave. It would have been really fun and a little bit over-engineered, given that
say that again?
Probably just it's a small key in Hera you can just use instead. You don't need to unlock Meyer to Swamp. But as you were saying earlier, that like Gamma does have Meyer into Swamp play that he could be doing to look for items that are almost certainly in logic for him. And he could route that into this, but at the same time, you are doing Hookless Swamp when you could be doing Mini Moldorm Cave, and sometimes you should just do Mini Moldorm Cave first, even though it's not as cool. Also, he hasn't done this yet, the Zora checks. I don't think anybody has done these yet. So that's probably good to do. Get your Sphere 1 out of the way before you start thinking about Meyer into Swamp without the hook shot. as cool as it would be. Wow, that crab is extra dead.
Bye. All right, Bread's going back into Hera.
He's doing his pot.
His pot?
Yeah, his pot. Bread pot. So, yeah, it looks like Bread did Moldorm, gambled. Wait, did he do more? Oh, Glove is up here. Wait a minute.
What?
Did Bread do Moldorm?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Did he find a big key on Moldorm?
I think so.
Right? He didn't find it on Hera Basement. So that means the Glove is behind Meyer. But also Meyer's in Logic. Also, there was a lamp just sitting in Waterfall Ferry the whole time. So that's all that logical stuff about like, oh, maybe Meyer Medallion is... Or maybe the Swamp Small Key in Meyer. Oh, there's another Glove. is behind Vitreous or whatever. It's like that's all in Logic now. Vitreous is in Logic. Every part of Swamp Palace is in Logic. Yeah, except for like Gammachuu doesn't have Hookshot. And we're in Ice Rod Go mode already.
Yeah.
Which is fun because now Logic doesn't matter and you just open chests because Ice Rod can be anywhere it wants.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. That's where Bread is right now. Gamma needs Hookshot as well.
Bread is, of course, doing Swamp because he can. It's free. It's a crystal. This is, it's one of those like obvious plays that you do. We'll do this. We'll do GT. Maybe just doing things in the order of things that I am willing to full clear and or will probably have to full clear anyway. Because Ice Rod can be anywhere. Bread also needs a sword and might want to go to the places that tend to have swords in them. Like Swamp and GT.
Ooh, mirror wrapped ice time for Gamma.
I was afraid that Gamma would do this because the glove was available, but at the same time, this is, at least in our perspective, in Logic to do, because we know where both gloves are. And
yeah, but Gamma has a glove.
Yes. But Gamma doesn't know this is in Logic, because he doesn't know where the other glove is.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like, if the other glove is in Swamp, then Hookshot won't be here. But since there's an Ice Rod in play as well, the Logic doesn't matter. You're just doing crystals. I love this Fire Rod strat. It's criminal that Fire Rod takes 2 hits on these things.
Well, not only that, but like official Nintendo guides tell you to use the Fire Rod on Pen Gators.
That's so bad. You should have the Hookshot by now. Bombs one-shot them. Even Quake kills them if you use it right.
I forgot what guide it is too, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that.
Fire Rod is one of the worst items you can use, and you're in a dungeon where magic is very important.
Yeah.
Of course, the vanilla game puts them in the magic prize pack, but still.
Right, and then there's maybe 3 telepathy tiles, and the third one, the deepest one, is Sahasrahla telling you, hey, don't come here without getting the potion of magic.
Oh, that's fantastic. I know that the Turtle Rock entryway tells you to bring magic potions. I did not know it was the 3rd tile in here.
Yeah.
By the way, Gamma found a sword and ice. That's really good for Bread-kun because it's the chest that you open by accident when you're in go mode. Also, the Ice Rod is here. This is looking really good for Bread. Even though it's Gamma finding the items. These are things Bread's going to get. Unless there's a problem with, like, if Bread is too aggressive in ice and, like, skips the big key. But I don't know. Is the big key in Pen Gator room? I think Bread will just do all of it.
Not sure.
I'm trying to remember their playstyles. I thought I remember Bread being one of those people who just does the NMG route in Ice, but I might be wrong about that. That maybe I'm thinking of Obscure. Who, yeah, I was probably Obscure. That's fresher in my brain.
Fresh fish.
I love fresh fish.
So Argus got a little bit out of hand, but Bread-kun was persistent and defeated Argus.
Oh, okay. So I'm told that the big key is vanilla in Ice Palace, so it's not going to be missed. That's okay. The other chest you just open. Even if you're in Go mode, you open it. You might open it just looking for a big key. Yeah, this is Ice Palace for Bread-kun.
Right. Bread's dash lines kind of disturbed me a little bit, but we'll just send him a message for later. You should just dash to the top, then dash right.
Yeah, the like speedrun way to do Swamp into Ice is out of Swamp Palace, you hold down left and hook dash on the stairs, and it gets you past the Is Bread like looking up a guide for this? Did he forget how to do this? Yeah. Oh, he's like looking up how high is safe. Bread, you're fine. Please. Okay, no more, please. Thank you.
We're at the top of like an 11 pixel window. We could not tap up anymore.
I think maybe he could have tapped up one more time if he was very gentle.
So, ignore my criticism earlier. If Bread is a little uncomfortable with that, then he's not that familiar with the dash lines.
Yeah, we can worry about the hook dash, the hook speed route to get to the top of that clipping spot later on.
Yeah, it's more important that we just don't
hard lock. Yeah. Exactly. Priorities. Also, Bread is like super ahead in this race if he opens all the chests in Ice. What will it take for... Gamma has to go to Pendant Pod. He has so much to do.
Wait, where was Bread? Where was Gamma's sword again?
Gamma found a sword in Nagina's cave, and a sword in Ice Palace, and a sword in Link's house.
Yeah.
And Bread skipped the sword that's in Nagina's cave, so only has the Link's house sword, and we'll be getting a master sword in the spike chest of Ice Palace. And then we'll be getting the big key here, which leads to the ice rod, and that will be Go mode for Bread.
I was just thinking about this today. It's like so rare that your last two Go mode items are right next to each other. Like in sequence. But that's like what's gonna happen.
There's a certain emotion that comes from you find an item that's like one of your Go mode items, and it makes you think, okay, what do I do next with this item? And then you start thinking about all the things you're going to do next. And then the next chest you open is Go mode, and you're like, oh, I just wasted my time thinking about all that stuff. I'm just in Go mode now. Yeah. Oh, it's just here is the thing you often say.
Bread's going left at the cross room.
Is that a problem? I think that's fine.
It's advantageous.
Oh, no, because he's going to bomb jump across too.
Okay.
He went left because he has a small key, and then he can get this and then get the fall in the pit. So, like, if Gamma went the other way, it's because he doesn't have hookshot. If you don't have hookshot, you definitely don't want to go this way, because then you have to bomb jump over back to back to Freezors, and then bomb the other floor. So if you don't have hookshot, you definitely want to do Freezors last before a big chest. Oh, Gamma didn't lobby clip too. Okay. Gamma needs to go to Pendant Pod for hookshot. Unfortunately, Gamma has a lot of things he can do that aren't Pendant Pod. I think Turtle Rock will probably be the next one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to ask Bread what encouraged him to go to Pod early. I guess we already know the answer to that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just having the mirror and having not done Eastern yet.
Yeah, Eastern.
And wanting to route them together. Bread wants to have like efficiency and more chances to find items. And Bread had a lot of items that he needed to find. at the time.
Yeah.
So the odds of finding something good in Pod were pretty high for him, whereas for Gamma, it's a little lower. I think for Gamma, the real question is like, will he do Pendant Pod before he does any of the other pendants, or does Swamp, like Mire into Swamp, which I guess is any of the other pendants. Well, you see, he doesn't have to worry about Hookshot Cave. Well, it kind of does. He's doing this check that he missed because it was really slow to do at the time. He's doing this with Turtle Rock, which makes a lot of sense. We'll get to do Mimic Cave. He already has the big key. Or maybe it was Bread. I don't remember who got the big key. I think it was Gamma.
Turtle Rock? It was Gamma, yeah.
Gamma, or Bread did Eastern, right? Like, killed... Okay, he did Eastern. Yeah, I saw them both in there together.
I think so. I guess I don't have a specific memory of what strats Bread used to handle Armos.
I don't remember Bread's Armos either, but I do remember Bread and Gamma one room apart in Eastern.
Uh-huh.
Like chasing each other in a big circle in that big chest area.
Yeah. As you do. Oh, Bread's opening the T-Rock portal.
This will save time, I think.
Oh, yeah.
He goes to Compass Chest, gets the big key, and then just goes to Laser Bridge. And that's his last crystal. Very fast, Seed. I guess, yeah, he won't be finding the lamp, because that's just in an overworld location. It's not on the way. He doesn't need it. I don't even think Bread's going to see another dark room for the rest of the game. Aw, that would have been fun. It does work, but I guess your aim has to be pretty good. Hookshot's in Pendant Pod. Yeah, Bread's going to have a very slow Ganon. I don't think it's necessarily going to be enough for Gamma to catch up if Gamma doesn't beeline Pod. But, I mean, they're not that far apart, but Gamma does have to do 2 more crystals after this. And one pendant.
Yeah. And I forgot that Bread never went to East Death Mountain after we were talking about it.
Oh, aren't the silvers in... Are they in the Dark World or the Light World? They're in the Light World, right?
I thought so. I could be wrong.
Well, I think what happened with Bread is that...
Paradox.
Yeah, he didn't do any of East Death Mountain. I thought he was going to East Death Mountain and he went somewhere else. He went to Pod. Oh. Hookshot Cave. He wants a sword.
Yeah.
A sword could be here. We didn't see the other 3.
Even the heart is nice. Well, yeah.
Yeah, you don't say no to that. This is his end game equipment unless GT turns up a sword, so he will definitely want to have some safety.
Yeah, very possible.
So Bread prefers to do a mirror wrap, so he'll go over here and clip. Oh, nice ice rod based TR maze. That's cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Gamma will be definitely the first out of TR. But Gamma will also, I think... Does Gamma have to go back in, or is it just small keys left? I wasn't counting. But there are 2 Fire Rod lock chests that I think Gamma didn't do, because he didn't have Fire Rod at the time. But I have a feeling that they're just keys, and that he can skip them. I don't think Bread's going to Paradox Cave. I think Bread likes being in go mode too much.
That doesn't really make sense as a go mode play.
That's the kind of play you make in like a no logic seed where your go mode is just awful. Like, Master Sword Silverless is something most random players are at least like they confident that they can do, even if it's going to be slow. But there's a lot of stuff in modes like no logic where it's like, actually I might not be able to do this on my first try, and that it's worth trying to find an item that will speed me up and make things safer. And then you'll do those things like Paradox Cave.
Yeah.
I also think Paradox Cave is not as right there as it might seem. It's a lot of spiral stairs and falling in pits. It's pretty slow, even though it is 7 items. Ooh, careful. Also, from Bread-kun's perspective, there's a decent chance that GT will be like he will have to full clear it looking for a big key, and that a sword or silvers could turn up there. He doesn't know he left sword behind in Nagina's cave. He thinks there's 2 swords left in the game. But of course, Gammachuu shows us we have a god GT.
Whoa.
Gamma's thinking about like, maybe I don't, because like I think maybe Gamma wants to open this just to see if Hookshot can be here. I agree with that impulse Gamma had to just save and quit out of here, because Hookshot is like almost never here, but these checks are GT's Sphere 1. So like, well, not Sphere 1. Tile Room isn't, but Tile Room is live for Hookshot right now, so it's perfectly fair for Gamma to think I should at least do the things that are definitely not Hookshot locked before I leave. Gamma has an opportunity to mirror out of GT and then go down to Pod. I wonder if he'll do that.
Out of GT.
Oh, right. It puts you inside of Hera in a way that's not... That's so annoying.
Yeah,
I wish you could...
misaligned.
It's so bad. Like, you could do so many cool routes if you could get out of GT.
So, why doesn't Gamma check the map chest? Is that because it requires so many keys?
It requires all 4 keys.
Okay.
It's almost academic that it's not hookshot locked.
Right.
Because it almost always is hookshot locked.
Yeah.
It's
right,
like...
right.
What's the key layout where it's not hookshot locked? It's small key, small key, small key, and then like another small key and Ice Armros, and you have Fire Rod and Cane. Well, look, he's going to Pod. This is good. It's good, but also Bread-kun's climbing Ganon's tower. So it's probably not going to be enough. But it's still good. Like, Gamma will be in GOAT mode before Bread finishes. Hera and Swamp are pretty quick. And also, you know, Gamma's not out of the tournament either, even if he loses this game. It's winner's bracket.
Yeah, I mean, if you lose this race, you go down to the tournament winner bracket.
So actually, he is not in the tournament winner bracket. He is in the tournament, like, 2nd through 4th place bracket, plus like the Spleeby brothers. We have Spleeby versus me, and Dark and Sky versus Mr. Buyer. Mm-hmm. And then the winner of those matches races to race Gammachuu. Or Bread, I guess. Anything can happen. This is also, like, it's not terribly fast to get to the hookshot and Pod. It's one of the last chests that you'll open.
Yo, the left snipe shot from Bread. Hitting the left stealthers was pretty great.
Nice. Bread is having pretty good time with the beams here and actually keeping them. You usually don't want beams in Gauntlet, but when you have Master Sword, anything goes. This is a really good Master Sword Gauntlet for Bread. I love this.
That worked out.
I hope Gamma doesn't think that the big key means he should go to Pod Dark Maze first, because it's kind of looking like Pod Dark Maze first is the correct route for this, and it's going to delay hookshot. Yeah, it's really hard to compete with Bread just spiking the hookshot that early and then everything else being free. There's only one item in the game that was hard to find, and it was the hookshot. And if you just go to pod when you're doing Eastern, then you get to skip a lot of things, turns out.
Yeah, this happens a lot in glitch modes. You just go to pod. And if you don't do it early, then it's hard to get back to. But yeah, this does make a lot of sense. I was sort of speculating about Meyer earlier, but this does make much more sense to go to first. Oh, there we go.
Let's go.
The fourth sword.
Oh, this is going to be easy peasy for Bread.
Yeah, and for anyone who didn't catch the beginning, the sword that Brad did not pick up is in Agina's cave. So that's go mode for Gamma. What does he have left? He needs to beat Moldorm.
Moldorm and Argus, and then climb GT.
Oh yeah.
It's quite a bit of game left. The collection rate difference is going to be, I think, pretty outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Gamma did all of East Death Mountain. That's like things that Bread skipped are things you don't normally see skipped to these games. East Death Mountain, Zora's Domain, all these Sphere 1 locations. Nobody did the escape. Not even the back, because gloves were late.
Oh yeah.
They have different gloves, which is really funny. I think
it is.
Gamma might find the mitts on the way to Swamp, and it won't do anything, but it'll be there. I actually don't think Gamma needs to open that chest. There's not really anything left for him to find that would help. Oh, by the way, Bread-kun, I think, is live for a sub-hour. Is that correct? I don't... Sure. You can sub 2 Ganon. Like in NMG, people expect to have sub 2 Ganons. Bread does have to get a Fire Rod Torch glitch for that to happen.
It doesn't have to, but it will certainly help.
You think Bread can sub 2 with no Torch glitch?
Yeah.
Or sorry, sub-hour. Well, I was saying sub 2 as in sub 2 Ganon, but it's actually like 2.5. It's already in phase 3 and it's 2 minutes left for the fight. So yeah, you're right. Do you think Gamma even feels behind? Because I wouldn't feel behind if I was Gamma. I feel like Gamma did a very reasonable number of checks. Found the hookshot at what feels like the right time in the seed. Because it didn't lead to anything.
I would not be either player in this race, basically.
No, but if you were either player, you would feel ahead, right? Because I think both of them should be feeling ahead, because this is a very fast time.
Yeah, exactly.
Really hard to compete with what Bread-kun has done. It's also really hard to compete with what Gammachuu has done. And I think you're right that like neither of us would have beaten either of these runners.
Right.
Which is why I look forward to racing one of them make it through. You'd be in Skullwoods? Okay, yeah. I think I would have done something similar to what Gammachuu did, but just maybe a little slower. I think I would have actually maybe had Ice Rod Go mode. I don't know, it depends. Because I think I would want to wait for the mitts to do ice.
Ganon is down, so Bread will score a sub-hour with this seed.
Very nice. We've had a few of these. It's always nice to see a sub-hour. Every year I compile the winning times in the glitch tournament, and every year they get lower in both modes.
we've seen so many great times in this tournament. We've seen a lot of diversity in our seeds as well. This week, I feel like they were very slow. And we are joined by Bread-kun. Congrats on the win.
Oh, thank you.
Congrats on the sub-hour, too. And congrats on skipping East Death Mountain and Zora's Domain and the escape.
And Aegina's Cave, which is a slow check in itself.
Yeah, I mean, with the way I routed it, I was like, I'll just come back for Regina's Cave with like Glove or something, and I'll just do them together. So I just don't isolate one check.
Well, I think we haven't told you that the Gina's Cave did have a sword in it.
Yeah. That's why
at least I got bailed out the sword at the top of the climb, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have cost you the sub-hour tragically if you hadn't gotten that sword. So it was nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
And Zora's Domain had another glove in it, and you and Gamma found your gloves like less than a minute apart, I think. And you found different gloves.
Right. So, GG Gamma.
Hey, GG's, Brad. That must have been a row because I thought I was doing really good, and then I see the dot done when I'm finishing the sound press. I'm like, wow, what happened here?
Rushing Saha's Closet for Mirror, straight up the mountains of Pearl, get to loop all of South Shore and Dark, like all the way up to Cac and Vu together with Mirror, just all in one giant net. And then just literally went to dungeons. I decided to do pod. After that I went to pod Eastern because I'm like, well, I have Mirror.
Oh, I'm like go -3. What was that mirror again?
Saw's Closet.
Okay, got that late. Oh, did you rush? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, so
that was the first checks I did.
Yeah.
So I got to do all of my checks in the game with Mirror, basically, to do everything pretty damn fast.
You had me saying things like, "Oh, Gamma might not find that for a while," from like the 3-minute mark. So that was critical.
Yeah. Speaking of things Gamma might not find for a while, the sword in Link's house was a fun one to see.
Oh my gosh, I felt pretty bad. It felt like the 20-minute mark when I got that. I finished the Dark World loop before I even got that. I even forgot about that.
You did, and you almost ran out of Link's house, so it's not like you knew it was there.
Yeah, usually that's something I don't really consider. Like first save and quit, you go to Link's house, you normally get it, right? I just didn't realize that was my first save and quit to Link's house.
Bread was also helped by a glove not going to Zora's Domain because the glove was in the middle of Hera. Since Bread already had hook shot, he was able to check that.
Oh wow. So wait, did you do like Hera into Swamp into Ice? That's like the god right there. If you have the hook shot. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they go do pod Eastern, save quit, go into Hera, get my glove, go into Swamp, clear Swamp, wrap into Ice, clear Ice, get Ice Rod. You done, then just go clear out TR.
Yeah.
Get a sword on top of Climb to get my third one because I skipped Gina's.
Yeah. Where was the third one?
On top of GT.
Of course.
Just bailed out right before.
Oh wow. No, I mean that's pretty good. That's pretty good. When I got the pearl, I fell down. I was so tempted to even go into pod. I'm like, I don't have bombs. This is sad because I'm right here already. After I fell down because I want to see the old man, but like, nah, it's just, it is what it is. And I also wanted to see pendant info before touching anything Dark World.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I did like the overworld Dark World stuff before I actually went in the pod. It was just having mirror, bow, hammer, and it's like, well, I mean, I still have a lot of items to get for go mode. There's a decent chance pod has something, and if not, well, at least I got to clear it with Eastern, so it doesn't feel as bad.
Right.
Just combo them together.